What's up guys, welcome back for another YgoPro duel video, new Cyber Dragon support. Welcome back for episode 50 in the, the Cyber Dragon support releases from past couple of weeks. This new card is like a rota, reinforcements of the army for Cyber Dragons. It increases the consistency of this deck by a mile. It's such a fantastic support card for Cyber Dragons. Took my previous build, made some changes, dropped the Toon Table of Contents. Still the Brandish engine for the most obvious reasons. Easy machine types, draw engine, right? Easy to go for Ziegler, etc, etc. 42 cards, even with the upstart for, the Brandish engine, right? But 42, so there might be some main deck options or some main deck work that you can definitely do. I definitely want to drop this deck to like 41 or maybe 40 cards if I can find the space. So like always, feel free to leave suggestions. So let's see a couple of example duels. Okay, game number one. I get to start. Definitely very nice having the emergency cyber to get a search, and the fact that you can instantly search something like your core, and again core search is pretty much like your deck, right? Half of your deck, either the Monster Reborn or the what's it called, the other searcher, forgot its name. But it all comes down to the fact that thanks to your emergency spell searcher, your new reinforcement of the army, is that your Cyber Dragons just get more tools to, or at least it just increases the consistency of this deck. And these particular openings of, Summon Sorceress without Seeger, especially with Infinity, and paired up with another rank 5 Exceed play, preferably, of course, your Blades, right, to bounce back something from your opponent or interrupt any of your opponent's plays. You're definitely in a very good position, bar of course a board wipe, well, something to force out the Cyber Dragon Infinity and then eventually follow it up with a board wipe. But this duel was definitely one of the best duels I've had like in years. It's very well going back and forth, even though Cyber Dragons is like a full OTK deck, right? So it does go for the Borealo Dragon. Definitely one of his outs to get rid of the Ziegler. I think Ziegler is protected by destruction by card effects. I'm not really sure. But yeah, anyway, do top deck into this time in the duel I was like, well, I probably lost, right? But still, ripped the Ash Blossom, ripped indeed the Ash Blossom, which I can use on the Tour Guide, and thanks to the core banish, I was able to get rid of the Borealo Dragon as well, instantly going for the fusion summon, and now I'm completely back in the duel, also thanks to core. At least, yeah, the double Fog Blade, which is something we expected, right? He searched both Fog Blades, so that's all good. I'm not really sure why he summoned Dante in attack position, probably forgetting the Fog Blades. You can't attack the monster at Fog Blade, where the Fog Blade is equipped to. Top decking the emergency, definitely very solid. Again, getting the search out of core, and then, core searching the Monster Reborn. The fact that Cyber Dragons got like 3 extra searchable Monster Reborns again gives your deck a super solid boost, either in both OTK potential, but of course more rank 5 Exceed plays. I'm not really sure if this was a correct play on his part. Again, he could like just special summon both Burning Abyss monsters, maybe go for the Link summon first, and then, well, etc. Potentially go for the Phantom at, yeah, what he does now, right, to get rid of the Ziegler eventually. This is again a super solid top deck. The Overload Fusion to potentially force out the Fog Blade, and then still with my Tribute Summon, tributing away the Cyber Dragon Hertz, I believe the name is, yep, and then go for Ziegler, go for Infinity, and yep, very much great, GG, well played. That wasn't correct English, but that doesn't really matter too much. Again, a very solid duel. Again, very nice. Another example, I get to start again, Burning Abyss, right? And the fact that this new spell card, this new emergency cyber, again, a reinforcement of the army for the archetype, and it's a spell card again, so a nice extra potential plus to fuel your Brandish engage. Again, I'm definitely recommending the Brandish engine in this particular deck. It's like just free advantage, free draw engine, free destruction in the form of your, your monster or spell and trap destroyer for the Brandish archetype. And of course, it's just an extra machine on your side of the field to go for Seeger and keep upgrading your Link stuff. So the Twin Twister all fine, forcing out the Cyber Dragon Infinity, so I I think I have to negate it, right? Still have Ghost Ogre in my hand, so I think I have to use it on the Cherubini. Yep, since the, what is it called, the Boardload Dragon was lurking in the background. But again, not really sure why I went for Decode Darker, but again, in the long run, it probably would not have mattered that much. Negate the effect, and no, I think I'm overlooking the Upstart Goblin, thinking, or at least playing a little bit too fast and thinking I had the game, but obviously not due to the Upstart Goblin, but still having the Infinity Negate on my side of the field and the Infinite Transience. Yeah, you know, the card got renamed for us TCG players, but you know which card I mean. Anyway, next duel against Gokis, and I think I get to start again. Okay, Gokis are definitely very solid. I think like Goki stopped, was it last weekend with, you know, the sneak preview and with the new Troymare cards being released here in the TCG. But again, the deck is, at least for Cyber Dragons, the deck is doing what it's supposed to do, getting off that first turn, summon sorcerers eventually, and you know, getting those pluses out of it, and potentially a couple of rank 5 exceed plays. Priority number 1, get a Cyber Dragon Infinity on your side of the field, and if you see the opportunity to go for Pleiades as well, right? So again, Infinity and the bluff after Burner, I believe. It's okay, I guess, if your opponent does have the board wipe or something like that, you still have a potential after Burner ready to destroy a monster and of course a spell or trap on your opponent's side of the field. If you're able to negate the summon of the Gokis, you should be in a very good position, especially first turn, right? I believe we know he searched out the bet, right? But again, you need to control a Goki monster, so that's not really too optimal. Overload Fusion, again, getting some nice pluses, and here I should be able to, yep, definitely overkill and attack for a game. So again, GG, well played. Again, it's Ziger giving the Camera Tech some extra attack power. Again, last example against Pendulum Magicians, why not? Currently one of the best decks in the TCG. He definitely had a good start, but again, the hand traps coming in clutch, preventing the, what is it called, the Pendulum Call? Yep, from searching, but he can follow it up with a Pot of Desires. But again, not that strong of a huge special summon, right? The Electromite is all fine, I guess, but having the Astrograph Sorcerer, again, that's not really that fantastic, that over-threatening board. So normal summon the core and eventually get a surge off of the Emergency Cyber. I'm not really sure why he didn't negate the core, right? I think just negating the core surge would have been better, and, well, whatever, right? To each their own, it worked out for him. So we're going for the Mega Fleet, and I believe, yep, definitely, you know what's coming, right? Going for Summon Sorcerers, setting up the Grave, potentially for later with a Core and their Hertz maybe. But again, priority number 1, get Cyber Dragon Infinity on my side of the field. You know, just suck it up and leave Hertz with its mind-blowing 100 attack points in attack position. Deal some damage, and yeah, well, I believe we knew he had the low-level scale with the level 7, what is it called, level 7 guy in his hand. So I took my chance and negate the scale of 8, right, the Harmonizer Magician. And eventually it worked out fine again. So double Ziger, I believe double Ziger is needed. It's just your OTK tool. Negating the purple Poison Magician was a mistake, but again, hasty decision, since this is always a GG well played, right? So again, this is the last example again, yeah, true Dracos. The opponent gets to start. That's not really a fantastic start, I guess. Well, Masterpiece first turn, unaffected by spells and traps, I believe, so no Infinite Transience on my part. But again, I have to force out the potential Masterpiece here, and the fact that I think he's forced to use Masterpiece now, otherwise I would have had Nova on the field and potentially Infinity to negate a Masterpiece, so he's forced to negate there, at least destroy there. So getting Ziger on board, and Ziger is definitely an option or an out against a huge Masterpiece. I don't think I can attack for a game. So I think I'm going for, yep, definitely the same standard moves, right? Again, the deck is doing its best, what it's supposed to do. Infinity, sucking up the Masterpiece, deal the last damage, and okay, the field spell is still there, but having Ghost Ogre, Cyber Dragon Infinity negate is definitely more than enough to pretty much scoop it up, right? The opponent entering the scoop phase. So finalized build, again, like always, feel free to leave suggestions. I want to cut, well, you can maybe cut the Upstart, but again, again, the upstart is in there. It's just an extra spell to fuel your Brandish engine. But again, it's up to you if you want to keep main decking that. Instant fusion for the Panzer Dragon, definitely an option, but I'm not really sure if it's needed. And Panzer is like an extra deck space, so you need that for something like a second Ziegler. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. Lithium signing out. Peace.